again, I'm David Jensen. In addition to the Clearplex program, I manage our ProTech PPF. So Madico, I would say, has really good industry recognition and market share for automotive window tint, our architectural films, so everything from energy efficiency products to safety security products. Obviously, our Clearplex brand is known, but a lot of people don't know that we offer paint protection film. We've been offering paint protection film, but in the last year, we've made a lot of improvements to our program, and that's kind of the focus, is kind of not necessarily introducing maybe to some that don't know we offer it, reintroducing it to others that do know that we offer it, but might think that we only have a small amount of product offering or not the full comprehensive suite of all the different aspects of PPF that you need to offer to be a competitive vendor and supplier. So the overview is to educate you, dealers, on our full suite of PPF offerings and within our ProTech PPF line, which includes our full range of PPF films, training, and support. So the topics that we're going to cover our full line of products. That includes our film, cutting software, and training, as I mentioned. Talk about how we can support you and provide some tips and tactics. We're really going to focus on these first two because we want to introduce you and educate you on what we can offer and how if you're either already involved with PPF or interested in getting into PPF, how if you choose to go with Madico, go with our ProTech PPF line of products, we can fully support your entire business. All right. So goal, as I mentioned, show we can fully support PPF by using our full suite of PPF offerings that are mentioned there, film, cutting, software, and training. So next slide, please. So film, specifically, all right? We now offer a full suite of PPF options. We previously only had one gloss offering. We now have two. So if you're familiar with PPF, there's two kind of main features. You have high anti-staining and then self-healing, right? With top coat technology as it currently is, it's sort of one or the other with PPF. And certain consumers and installers prefer either or. So we offer both now. So our HD, which is what we're demoing, is our premium, it's a premium grade gloss. FlexPo's a premium grade gloss. HD has excellent stain resistance with high adhesive tack for edge wrap. All right, so this is going to be excellent for customers that might be in areas that have a lot of potential like bird droppings. They live in areas that have high pollen rates that could get into the film and discolor people. As people know, over time PPF yellows. That's just like an aspect of paint protection film. So the ProTech HD specifically is going to address that. And so, if you have people that are maybe live in downtown LA dealing with maybe more acid rain or something like that, that might be a product that would be more geared for them. Whereas something like FlexPro, which is excellent self-healing, might be more geared for somebody that lives potentially maybe in a more rural area, or so they're dealing with more like rock chips and road debris and things of that nature. They're not necessarily dealing with environmental anti-pollution concerns. So HD, again, just covering excellent stain resistance. The adhesive specifically on HD is kind of preferred a little bit more by more experienced installers that like cracked edges. Our FlexPro has a little bit more of a forgiving adhesive that is kind of preferred by maybe more novice or intermediate installers. Again, though, they're both premium grade. There's no differences in them. They just have differing specifications that are kind of, different types of demands and interests for both consumers and installers alike. We also offer matte, so we have a premium and matte grade film. It's going to have the similar stain resistance and adhesive as the HD, but obviously a matte satin finish. All right, and then finally we're going to have ProTech Black. So it's going to be a black PPF. The difference between that and a vinyl is that it is the thickness of PPF, but it has the color changing aspects of vinyl. So moving on, we have cutting software. So, for paint protection film, the fact that, you might be doing bumpers that now have cutouts for sensors, or different designs of bumpers or hoods that might make it difficult to do a bulk installation. We have a cutting software offering called Madico Advanced Cutting Systems. We've been making huge investments in increasing the offerings of PPF patterns within that system. We're specifically focusing on newer car models, so the last 3 or 4 years specifically. That's generally where the high demand of PPF is going to come from, right? Somebody buying a either new vehicle or newer vehicle is going to be more inclined to protect it or more open to purchasing protection products. And then finally, we're going to have an in-person training course that's going to be launched by the end of Q1 or Q2 this year. This is a training course that we already have deployed in Canada, so it's fully fleshed out. We just have to come to the US. So what that means now, if you want to move on to the next slide, is if you look at PPF, and you kind of break it down into film, cutting software, training, and then sales and marketing support, I would say those are the 4 main pillars that a supplier or vendor should have to be a viable competitor. That we have all 4. Whereas previously, we kind of had a mix of all. So what this means is we check all the boxes. We can either fully support an active PPF business or bring you on board as you get involved with the business. And also what that means is it makes us really unique. So we're really the only company out there that if you wanted to buy all of your products, windshield protection, paint protection, automotive window tint, and architectural, we offer all of those, right? So it's a very unique aspect. A lot of companies will just offer a mix of those products. So I hope that you guys have, taken away from this presentation that you should see Madico as more of just an automotive window tint vendor and supplier. Somebody that can really help your business grow, find new different revenue streams if you're already not involved with paint protection film. I think this went a little faster, so I'm open to maybe taking a couple questions right now if people have it, or we can continue that sort of dialogue. Yeah, go for it.
You said there wasn't much of a difference. One said self-healing and one didn't.
Yeah.
Is there any difference?
Well, so what I mean is that they're both premium grades. There are big differences between the films. So when you make top coat for paint protection film, and you make a top coat that's self-healing, it's going to compromise its stain resistance a little bit, right? Because if you think about it, if you have a self-healing